BJ Peters here with stampinbj.com, and I've got another great card to share with you, and it's a fun one. Actually, I created it when I was working on some April classes that you're going to be excited about. Let me show you how this one works. So here's a close-up of that gorgeous card. I can't wait to share with you how I created this kind of peek-through piece that really adds such beauty to this card. And it's actually, the card base itself is very simple. My card base is actually the thick Whisper White, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. Then I have a card base layer that is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and I have a piece of Designer Series paper that I've cut down to 3 7/8 inches by 3 7/8 inches. So it's just slightly less than the card base layer that I'm going to put it behind. I'm going to be using 2 framelits and 1 stamp set for this one. So this bundle that I'm going to use is the Hold On to Hope bundle. It has this gorgeous stamp set, and then the Cross of Hope framelits, which I adore, and I know you would too. And then if you remember these, I'm going to use the detailed floral thinlits, and I'm going to use this big one. These are from a couple years ago, and I just loved this, and it certainly creates such beauty on this card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off and I'm going to die cut this. I'm going to leave myself a little space here at the bottom. You know, for this one, I kind of thought about showing you my how I created my sandwich for my Big Shot. I actually am a big fan of the Big Shot platform, and it's got a little bit of a raised part in the middle. When this die first came out, we didn't have that, and it was kind of a, I'll be honest, kind of a pain to work with. And then I've got my thin die adapter, and you notice, I know from my Big Shot that it likes just one piece of cardstock as a little bit of a shim. I don't know, every Big Shot is going to probably have just a little bit of a difference to it, and that's what mine has. And then I've got my 2 cutting plates. So my cardstock and die would be right in here, and I would have my well-loved cutting plates right on top. I don't have as much bowing of my cutting plates when I'm using the sandwich as compared to the precision base plate, but the precision base plate is also a good alternate for you. Do what works best for you. This is what works best for me. The other thing that we didn't have when we had this die come out was the Big Shot brush, and oh my, this is amazing. So it comes with the brush, and it comes with this foam mat, and the brushes are stiff, and they are made to go through the little holes in here. So if you run this over the top with your die still in there, it's going to help remove many of the pieces. You're going to be amazed. Look at this. Look at this. Oh. I don't have to fussy cut or kind of sit here and push out many of those pieces. I've got 2 little pieces here, and they'll come out very easily. There's the other one. Perfect. Look at that. So what I've done with mine is I've used one of our full stamp cases that's a little bit thicker, and this is how I store it, so I can kind of keep my little pieces on the inside here. These are still available. You won't find them in the catalog. If you look on my website under catalogs, you will find the stamp cases numbers listed there. So now I'm going to go on the back side, and I'm going to add some adhesive here. And the adhesive is to adhere the Designer Series paper to the background. So this Designer Series paper, I love the back side. The front side, not so much, but I get a lot of use out of this. This actually comes from the Birthday Memories Designer Series paper. I mentioned in the opening that I'm in the process of creating a Designer Series paper class for April. I don't want to spoil the secret too much, but it's going to be pretty freaking amazing. I can't wait till it's further finished and I can share it with you, because I think you're going to love it. So I'm adding some dimensionals here on this, and then I'm going to add the ribbon. Those of you that have been around a while know my little trick. I just do 3 lengths compared to what I need. And I'm just going to tie a square knot. Now you could use this with many of our Designer Series papers. I wanted one with a little bit of a pattern to it, but more of a kind of a, I guess more of a solid color, and not really printed kind of, I guess, so that it detracted from the cross and the message. want to use this as an Easter card for one of my sister's family members. All right, got the ribbon on there. I'm going to pull off these dimensional pieces here and get it attached to my card base, and looking mighty fine. All right, just have this piece left. So I've die cut the cross in the gold foil paper, and I'm kind of holding it close because I want you to see the detail here. I love this detail that kind of gives it a little bit even more 3D look to it from the die. I really wanted to pop this cross up, but the challenge is even the mini Stampin' Dimensionals were a little bit too big. So what did I do? I actually took the edge, which, you know, it's kind of a wide edge to the mini Stampin' Dimensionals, and I cut that down, and then I can use pieces of this that is thin enough to make that cross kind of pop up a little bit. All right, there's my cross. I'm just going to get that on there with those dimensionals. Love how that stands up a little bit. And then I stamped this God is Love from the stamp set, and the banner punch is right in the Cross of Hope framelits. So I'm just going to pop that up right over the top, and we are done. Here we go. Let's just get that right on there. I love that. Not sure which one I like better. I like that the God is Love stands out, but I also like it on this one in the gold embossing powder. I'll share with you one other card I made kind of with the same design, and this is that window box thinlits and still the Cross of Hope. This one is gorgeous as well. Love that detail of putting the Designer Series paper behind the window, so to speak. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for stopping by today. Remember, you can purchase these products in my online store at stampinbj.com. And remember to create and feel great.